Hello everybody, Tom here. Hope everybody is well, and now it's the January 2nd, 2022. Look at that. We made it. Any difference? Well, depends how you view it, right? Depends how you want to view it. It's so funny, on the way here, as I'm walking, I have the best of ideas coming to me. Not necessarily ideas, but thoughts and topics I want to bring up. And I guess this video is going to be kind of a continuation from my New Year's Eve speech 2021. So bear with me, as I am, sometimes when I want to express something you can call like meaningful or important, my mind go blanks for some reason. It's I just don't really know where I'm gonna start the conversation. But yeah, I got myself a cappuccino here in this park, and it's Sunday today, but for some reason it feels like Monday. I don't know why. And yesterday felt like Sunday. It's so strange. I'm just gonna stir this cappuccino a little bit, but I'm not gonna be able to drink it. It's too hot, and I'm pretty certain that I'm having a sore throat, that's for sure, but a cold coming up. Not necessarily bad, I hope. It's just I felt this sensation started yesterday, I believe. So, what I wanted to bring up is difficult to talk about. It's a person. I speak about myself, like inspired, motivated, feeling creative. I come to the point where I guess that's also a little bit goes along with a resolution, but not necessarily resolution. You gotta make choices, you gotta have to make choice. You know what is good for you, you know what is not good for you. For example, so easy to make all these decisions. You're gonna eat something and you know sugar is not well for you, but you eat unhealthy anyway or whatnot. That's just an example. All these things that I am very well aware of with myself in order to reach a level where I feel like I can grow. That's where I'm gonna have to really start to follow and live by now. But then there's also this part about living here. Some of you may know I lived in Portugal for it's a bit over a year now, but in Portugal longer. And sure, things are nice. No place is perfect, no job is perfect, but you get to a point where a job just becomes a job and you feel a bit stuck. Because the truth, for me at least, for me myself speaking, this place is nice to live. I can get myself my own place would be even more nice to live, But obviously you would be able to save less, and you're not paying for something that goes back to you, like an investment, for example. That fact is an option. Like, imagine getting your own place, living a nice, quiet, standard kind of life with no real expenses, just quiet, mundane, like doing the same thing pretty much. You don't have no real chance of developing, but you're earning money and you can set away money, sure. But for some people that's appealing, but for me that is not a proper way of living. For me that's just I need something where I can grow, a career. You can grow and take a new step and new challenges. So I think I'm gonna have to make some changes this year. Because to be completely honest now, I realize that one problem that I have is sometimes I'm not too honest to myself. I'm keeping the options open too long, and I'm difficult to set my foot down of making decisions of what can benefit me. You know, I should be a little bit more like no to that, yes to that, yes to that, yes, no, no, yes, no. You know, in that way, develop. Even if it takes 1 or 2 steps backs at the moment, like you're making a decision, like in investment, for example, you put money into this, it's a setback for maybe 1, 2, 5, 10 years, who knows, it's different. But then you are making it's a return in yourself. So that's where I'm at, where I want to be that person who is making these decisions more. Because I know one thing, that I know I'm interested in learning. I know I'm interested, and if in the future, I have mentioned also before, I know I want to make some, having my own company, like next to what I'm doing now on the side of my daytime job. Just scratched my back a little bit. Yeah, I know that I want to. Oh shit, my arm hurt. Maybe from the exercise today, a little bit. Yeah, exactly. I know that I'm interested in making my own company, which somehow is going to conclude writing, literature, music on some end, art, media production, filming, maybe even. These things, and also along with my skills, my own skill set and my future skill set, together with I guess I mean, technology is inevitable. Inevitable. I guess you understand what I'm trying to say. You can't rule technology out in today's age. It just does not happen. So I have these things, and I'm just trying to kind of figuring out what, like, the next step. Because I said, here it's especially alone, you know, and I also feel like my life concludes and exists of future different chapters, and maybe this chapter here is going towards an end. And I mentioned also before, language barrier, it is a thing, it's a real thing, and that's obviously, it's up to you, and I speak to myself. It's all up to myself what I want to do with that. But then again, I know, like, the summer coming, I mean, first spring, obviously, now we're heading towards, probably it's gonna be quite cold this month and February, but it's been great, the weather so far. I'm surprised how warm it is now. It's like 15 degrees Celsius, which is maybe like, I don't know, in Fahrenheit. But anyway, when spring is coming and then the summer, I know, like, and then I'm gonna work really hard of making daily choices, what I know is good, and you should as well, that you know is good for you in the short term and long term, and stick to them, health wise, learning wise, growth wise, financially, because that scares me, you know, doing something that is, you just do it for the money, I mean, and also not learning anything. That's so, I mean, my ideal short-term future looks like having something where I can study and learn more, at the same time getting back a reward from that. You know, you're maybe getting a certificate or what is it called? It's a graduation of some sort, and also having the business on the side, also having my own projects on the side with this, which includes like writing music, production, producing something, and then the last thing also the most important thing, managing out relationship. Speaking of love, that's not ruled out, even though here, I mean, look forward 1 year, anything can happen. But as it has been this year, I mean past last year, 2021, in that aspect, it's been like insane, crazy. I mean, how extremely good I am to manage being alone anyway. I guess working a lot helps. But I guess I shared everything that I wanted to share about that, you know, the fact that we making the right choices daily and long term that we know is good for us and benefit us ourselves. Second is being better at actually setting your foot down and saying yes to what is right to you, and just basically say no what is not right for you, and not just float, you know, not float around too much, because it doesn't matter where I will be, where I am in the. I know the goals that my own goals, or should I say, my own projects and kind of things that I want to do, creatively speaking. Regardless where I am, I'm going to work on them. But I also want to have I guess a job or something I can call more of a career where there's growth within. So yes, say yes to what furthering that and fertilizing that and fueling that, and say no to those things that is not going to help with that. Because I couldn't imagine something more scary, just being in one place and basically just drift around and not building on myself, even if I have the financial to do it. I mean, to just be there at some place. Like, that's where I feel like if I'm doing what I'm doing now long term, that's what it's going to be like. Yeah, so be better just moving towards what can actually have a growth. And third, yeah, I mentioned just a little bit about doing your own starting own business, even though that's long term. But in a sense, I am already living it. I'm working on these things that I'm building up, that in the future I'm thinking I want to put into its own company. And the most important, that's about, I guess, if these things can actually lead to what is the love. I leave it with that. See you soon. Bye.